Asmongold keeps defending Pirate Software. He really wants to die on this hill for some reason.
And it's like, I think that really, I think that there's a lot of resentment. I think Redditors and like internet commenters in general, they have a huge amount of resentment and they get really mad whenever they hear somebody speak with authority and confidence on something. Because like, I think it creates like an inferiority dynamic or something like that. And I think that that's what's happened with Pirate Software is that a lot of people just don't like the way that he portrays himself in that way. They think that it's kind of like inauthentic. And so now that he did something like personally, it's like, yeah, maybe he could have played better. Maybe he could have done something else. But like, I mean, really, I think it was mainly the rogue and the druid's fault.
Wow. Characterizing this situation, what people don't like about Pirate Software like this is absolutely insane. People don't like when someone talks with absolute authority about something that they literally don't know anything about and they are borderline on the verge of making stuff up about the subject just sound smart. And that's what Pirate Software does pretty much all of his career. He he has a subject, he talks about it, he makes wild claims that almost sound reasonable because no one knows anything about the subject, and then someone that actually knows stuff about the subject comes out and says, yeah, all you said is lies and stupid and untrue because of banned. Banned. Pirate Software just bans that person. And Asmongold saying that, oh, people just don't like him because he talks with authority is such cope. Well, maybe it's cope because Asmongold does kind of the same thing exactly. He talks about things that he knows nothing about, like he knows everything about, and when someone says you're wrong, he just bans them. Who knows?
Either way, I don't think it's mainly his fault. And the focus being entirely on him is like kind of a little bit,
like
it's overstated.
Even if it was,
it's not overstated. What do you mean? The World of Warcraft situation with Pirate Software is not overstated in the slightest. He completely roached out. He completely panicked. He failed to do any of the things that he literally, by the way, a couple of days ago was saying, oh, if I was in that situation, I would save everyone because I'm such a good player. I would never panic. I would cast that rank 1 Blizzard. Instead, he casts maximum rank Blizzard and spends all of his mana and refuses to use mana items that he has and can use. And then he figures out, oh shit, I actually have ways to help my team. Well, better spam abilities so I waste all of my mana. So it looks like I didn't have any mana and couldn't help. That is wild. That is wild. He didn't even have rank 1 Blizzard or Nova binded. Rank 1 Nova wasn't even on the keyboard. Well, not on the keyboard, but on the action bars. That's wild. And Asmongold, by the way, saying this, oh, there's nothing he could have done, while refusing to look at Pirate Software's point of view is also wild. Because Asmongold stated that Pirate Software did everything right, and Asmongold, obviously, as a World of Warcraft expert, who has 0 achievements, by the way, in classic World of Warcraft, didn't play the game even properly, never even raided Naxxramas, and then got carried through it when it came out again. You know, that guy who literally knows nothing about classic World of Warcraft at this point. He's telling you without looking at Pirate Software's view that he did everything right, which is wild. And then he refused to look at his view, and then he looked at his view, and it was clear. It was clear as day by his own, by Asmongold's facial expression. Oh yeah, he could have done a lot. Look at this. There's so much. And then he still refused to say, oh yeah, he could have done anything. Why does he want to die on the Pirate Software is a great person hill? I have no idea.
It's like, it doesn't, I mean, to me, it just seems like a big overreaction.
Well, it's because of the ego thing. And so, like,
yeah.
Oh, because they're like, oh, he's
got a big ego,
everything.
right? And here's the thing is, like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but, like, I don't...
She's so uncomfortable. But when someone touches their face all the time, does these things, or quarrels with something, they're uncomfortable. She doesn't want to say anything because she is his employee effectively, and whatever Asmongold says works. And I know there's going to be some people, but she's also an owner of OTK. No. Asmongold holds 51% of the company. He chooses everything, and no one can say no to him. Okay, so she better learn her place. And it looks by the looks of this how uncomfortable she is. She knows her place.
I don't get threatened by people, and I don't get bothered by people with big egos because I'm just not really a very insecure person. It just doesn't really like, oh, somebody has a big ego. Okay, sure, right?
Yeah.
It's like kind of funny.
I have no idea what this has to do with insecurities. Someone having a big ego and lying and needing to protect his ego no matter what. That's people disliking that. That's not them having insecurities about other people with big egos. That is just a very obvious, this person is unlikable as fuck situation.
And other people, though, on the internet take it extremely personally, and they really don't like it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it's like the perfect storm. Because, like, for me, for example, a lot of people hate me for the same reasons they hate him. And the difference.
Oh shit. Do you think he needs to defend PirateSoftware because they are alike? They both bullshit about stuff that has no merit to it.
Difference is that I do something bad every week. And so, like,
Yeah,
people are used to hating on you.
Yeah, every week there's like a new, Asmongold said that, you know, we have to decide in the future, are homeless people going to become batteries or food?
Yeah,
And
that's what I was saying before we
Yeah.
started. I was like, oh, well, for Asmon, if someone doesn't like him, they can pull up like 20
Yeah.
things that he did. For
Yeah.
PirateSoftware, they're probably like, oh, we finally got him.
Finally
He
finally got
did
you,
right?
something.
Yes.
Also, they like touch on the kind of like the PirateSoftware.
That doesn't make though it relevant. It just doesn't. It just doesn't make it irrelevant though. This is cope at best.
Thing, I do kind of feel like he kind of did it to himself in a way. He definitely doesn't deserve all of the hate that he's getting. That's just kind of how the internet is.
Yeah.
But if he didn't like,
He does. His whole personality is a lie. Todd Howard lies less than PirateSoftware probably.
portray himself as like this perfect being, and he didn't like the reason why everyone's so mad is because he refuses to take like accountability for his mistake.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you say like he didn't like really, or a lot of the blame doesn't fall on him. I would agree for like the initial like pull. I feel like mistakes fall under two categories where it's like the initial pull and then like how do we like get out of it?
How do you react to the pull?
Yeah, how do you react to the pull? So I feel like on the reaction portion, he definitely could have done a lot more to save the group.
Could have done a lot. He chose to not do anything.
As a mage, that's like your main job. You are the king of CC. You are the king of crowd control. There were definitely like mobs that he could have like polymorphed. He could have Nova'd the dogs off of his group. Him just straight up running away like that, playing in the class that he was playing. I think that was the thing that kind of, you know, put him in this position, especially being someone, you know, he talks like, you know, I rated Mythic. I did all these cool things. I used to work for Blizzard, yada, yada, yada. Like
7 years at Blizzard. Nepo baby status. The best things ever.
When you put that type of persona,
you need to respect him because his dad also worked at Blizzard. Early founder, by the way. One of the first 10 people working at the company. And PirateSoftware wasn't even a developer at Blizzard. He was Q&A most likely. Some people are saying, oh, he was cybersecurity. If he was I have never heard of any position in cybersecurity, and no one has been able to point out a single position in cybersecurity that gets minimum pay. I'll wait, because PirateSoftware was pretty pissed at Blizzard, and he left Blizzard because he was on minimum pay. He did not get paid shit there. He was an expendable minimum pay person. And I don't think cybersecurity has anything that pays even remotely bad. If you're a cybersecurity expert, you are getting good pay.
Up, and then like you're kind of talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. And that's what killed him.
Well, that's what made people mad. I don't even think it was the fact that he roached out. I think it was that he didn't like. I am of the
no. People are mad because he did roach out. Okay. Only after that, people found that, oh, wow, he also talked a lot of bullshit about these situations, and that added more fuel to the fire.
Mindset that I think that I don't really think he did anything wrong because they called to run. They said, run.
And
it's like, if somebody hears run, they're going to run. And you can
people
say,
are going to take that differently.
Also, he's the only person who has said that, unironically, he did nothing wrong. That's crazy.
Like, when you say something like that, you can't assume that everybody is going to have the same internal vocabulary that translates it to do a certain, like, order of operations. You just...
Well, yeah, true, but PirateSoftware saw how everyone is slowly moving backward and trying to help each other, and while he saw that, he didn't choose to help. He casted one max rank Blizzard on the boss that can't be slowed, and on a hyena that had 5 HP. That's his extent of helping. Complete fumble, complete panic, and then he went away. And then he said, "Where the hell are you going, PirateSoftware? Come back and help." He was like, no. And then he ran to the exit, and he started looking at the opposite direction, and he's like, "Oh, I can see them. They're not dead. I could help, I have mana." And then he decided to spend that mana on shield and blinking for no reason instead of helping the people. Great moves. Great moves. And after that, he refused to take any accountability for his actions. And then he decided, and then you know what he did? He blamed the call of running. When the shot caller, he said this, when the shot caller says run, you run. Well, when the shot caller says turn around and help, you should also turn around and help. You chose to follow the shot of running, but you kind of fully ignored the other shot, which means you're a piece of shit.
You have to assume that people are going to do that. And it's like, that with like raid leading or anything. And like, you have to have cohesion. And so he did that. Could he have done something to improve the chances? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Would it have really changed things?
In a matter of 4 minutes, we have gotten to the point of, well, he could have actually done something from we couldn't have done anything.
I don't think so. There's a lot of...
Yeah, he could have. If PirateSoftware stayed, it would have been completely fine. Because the people who died didn't die from the boss, they died from the hyenas that are very CCable.
People honestly disagree with me. People think that they would have. I don't think so, but maybe. Right?
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, that's fine, right?
Yeah, I completely disagree. If I'm telling you right now, if I was that mage, no one dies. I promise you.
I think the boss not being rooted, I think it would have just kept beating on the tank or the healer, and somebody would have died on the way out no matter what. That's what I think.
Potentially, but like,
well, here's
dude, he doesn't even play Classic.
The thing, right? And like, so you could be right or I could be wrong. We don't know, right? And like, there's a good chance.
Okay, listen, I don't know what I'm talking about. Everyone else in the world is saying that I'm wrong. People with more experience, people with more knowledge, people with more skill, people who actually play the game. Oh, but, it's a 50-50 still. I could be right. Maybe you are right. I'm probably still more right than you. But, it's Jesus.
You could be, right? Because like a lot of the other mages that are really good are saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think so. But at the end of the day, that's really not
the guy who hasn't even played a mage. I don't think so. All the good mages are saying this is savable. I, who has never played a mage, though, completely unsavable.
And the reason why people were mad, right? It's not even about that.
By the way, the mage couldn't do anything, but at the same time, it was completely the fault of the rogue and everyone who said PirateSoftware is in the wrong here. Those people actually could have done more.
Action.
Yeah, it's the reaction, right?
People are mad.
Which is like, because to me, like, I really do not, like, again, people's ego or behavior or whatever, I don't know. Maybe this is...
I think we're seeing a lot of ego right here.
Autism. But I just, it just doesn't even register to me as being offensive.
Yeah.
Like, somebody can be very offensive or rude to me, and I'm just like, okay.
I have the same thing,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm just like so desensitized.
We've
But
seen it a lot. Yeah.
yeah, are you the same way?
I mean, it
Because
depends.
you never really seem like things get to you or bother you.
Well,
Maybe
you've
I'm
played a
wrong,
lot
though.
of competitive games. Like
Yeah.
if you played like
you
BDO
need
or
thick
anything,
skin to do those
like
things.
you're used to dealing with somebody. Like my dad was in the military, and so if I got a 97 on a test, he'd ask me what I missed. Like there would be like everything, there would be something wrong with it. He'd get mad at me all the time. If I fucked any little thing up, I would know about it. So like by the time that I got into WoW rating, like I didn't.
Sounds like abuse, but honestly, that's what you expect from him and his family. Jesus. Anyway. Oh, the PirateSoftware situation. I can't believe that they are still willing to die on the hill of, oh, he did nothing wrong. That's crazy. Bye.